I'm very happy today to welcome the beautiful, talented, and incredible Nada Ghazal to our fine jewelry family designers. And now I have Nada with me, which is going to talk about her collection. And I'm very excited to introduce Nada to you. Hi, Nada, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. Thank you very much for the beautiful introduction. Actually, I'm very excited for our collaboration and looking forward.
Great. Yeah, we are very excited. We have been working on this collaboration for months, and unfortunately the lockdown kind of postponed it, and we didn't know how we are going to, because how we are going to introduce you. We wanted to have a big trunk show like we always have, a blast of celebrities or VIP clients and influencers in our shop. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. And we decided we don't want to postpone it anymore. We need you, which I think is one of the most talented and one of the most unique jewelry designers in our family of all other incredible designers that we host in our shop and our e-shop. Well, so thank you for the opportunity. I would like to ask you a few questions to introduce you to our clients, because many of them may not know you, but I'm sure many of them know you already and have been following you. Tell me about your jewelry, and tell me about yourself and how long ago did you start, and take us through the journey of you becoming this incredible person that it is I'm seeing right now at the Zoom, on the Zoom.
Well, I mean, I've been infatuated with jewelry since I was a very, very young child, like at the age of 5, 6. Because my grandmother used to do a lot of crochet, and I used to sit next to her and try to make rings out of all of the bits and pieces and the beads, etc., that were left lying around. And then when it came to university, and I wanted to do jewelry design, because even throughout my teenage life, I always used to design my own pieces and get them made for me. So I wanted to do jewelry design. But unfortunately, now I say fortunately, but back then I used to say, unfortunately, I could not go for that major because it did not exist in Lebanon. So I did graphic design and fine arts, and I worked in advertising for quite a long time. And then I was an associate creative director and decided to leave and start my own business, and in jewelry design. Basically, it wasn't, I mean, back then, you know, thinking of starting your own business, it wasn't just, an impulsive thing. It was more of, you know, I felt there was a lack in the market, because I wanted to create something that is more personal, something that has an identity, something that has a story. You know, I wanted to create pieces that are very, pieces to connect with others with. So basically, I came back to Beirut, and because I was working outside, and then I came back to Beirut and I set up my own workshop, and I started with my first collection. The first collection was inspired by pieces that I used to do when I was a young child. And I did my first open house, and then it started picking up, and then I opened my own store, and then we had a full team in the workshop, and, you know, things grew. And, going back to something that made me want to create jewelry was because I felt I wanted to create timeless pieces that connect me with women around the world. And I wanted to express my feelings and my ideas and my stories in these pieces, and wanted these pieces to attract women who actually maybe feel the same way or have experienced things that I have experienced. So this is how it all started, and I'm really glad I made that shift. Although I must say that the advertising world really helped me in my work, because somehow whenever I create, I think of concepts, I think of a whole story, of a theme. I don't just like think of only designing a pretty piece. And I think advertising somehow helped me think in that direction.
Yeah, that's great. You and your graphic background, I'm sure it helps a lot. Um, I see a very architectural theme in your jewelry. So when was it that you started to do your first collection? How many years ago?
I started in 2004, so like 16 years ago. And as I said, I started here in Beirut. And so last year was our 15th year anniversary,
Wow,
basically. Yes.
you're too
And
young for that.
well,
I
I'm
didn't
not that
guess.
young.
I didn't guess.
But also, you know, at the beginning, I really concentrated on the Lebanese market. I wanted to have a very strong base. I concentrated a lot on the workshop because I do a lot of work in the workshop myself. Like I do work on a lot of molds, etc. And I like to have, you know, I like to look over the production process. So I really wanted to make a strong base before going internationally. And then a few years back, we started going into the international markets.
I noticed that you're wearing beautiful jewelry right now. Can you show me?
I'm wearing a Malak plain ring, which is one of my favorite rings. It's part of an old collection, which we always add pieces to. So it just shows how timeless this collection is. And what's so nice about it is that you can mix and match it with anything and it just looks beautiful. And I'm wearing one ring, which is one of our latest collection. It's Baby Malak Flourish. Um, this the Baby Malak Flourish idea came from all of the challenges that we're going through. And I'm going to take you through that. It's because when I wanted to work on a collection, I just felt somehow that I needed to rise out of the challenges and flourish. So I just felt that I was, you know, drawing pieces that were rising up. And then I decided I'm going to add a few pieces to this there, which I have. Okay, just sorry. There. So I wanted to create a collection where you feel the pieces are rising up, but then when you look at them from the top, you feel some kind of a flourish. And these come in champagne and black diamonds, but I've also made them in colored stones, you know, colored sapphires and zavarite and rubies, because I just like wanted to look as if it's, you know, as if it's really flourishing and it's very happy. And what's also nice about it is because when I drew it, I felt that I needed to be connected with people as well. I felt that I needed unity, that the whole world needed unity, that Lebanon needed unity. And this is why I worked on stackable rings. So when you wear them all together, they look even more beautiful and they flourish in a better way. So this was sort of a feeling that I wanted to express in this collection. And then I'm wearing the Baby Malak pinky ring. This is one of our very, very popular rings, and it comes in different forms and shapes, and it comes in different colors. I have another one here, which is in multi sapphire and in a different form. I don't know if the colors can show. I don't know if it's
Yes, yes.
light enough. So and this also comes in you know, in different variations. And what's nice is that with the collections, it's always nice to mix and match and to add up on it and to build your own jewelry box. And here I'm wearing something from an older collection called Aya. This collection is like 10 years old and it's still, you know, it still stands really nicely, and I just love mixing it and matching it.
So Nada, do you have any special piece that you want to show us? And what are your favorite pieces among all of your collections?
I have from the same Fuse collection, okay, we have these pieces, which are really nice. They come with diamonds or without, and they could be worn two pieces next to each other, and they're wonderful as a pinky ring as well. I'm not sure how good the lighting is, but then they're available on the on your website. So for a
Yes.
and then to go a little bit away from rings, I have one of our chokers with us. You have something similar as well, because this one comes with two circles or with one circle. So there you go. This one is with champagne diamond. And I made it to look as if it's empty from here. So it's just like one side. you know, so where, you know, it does hold from here, but then again, it just like looks, you know, I
Stunning.
just like love the balance of nude and gold.
I agree. I agree. Very nice.
And then another piece that you have, which I also love, are these earrings.
Yes. They're
These are
beautiful.
with the gold and white diamonds. And what's nice about them is sometimes you can just wear the top without the bottom. And then sometimes you add the bottom as well. So it has a day and night or a dressy and a more dressy look to it. So these are part of the Baby Malak collection. What I love about the pieces as well is that, you know, sometimes a customer starts with one piece and then they can add another piece depending on how they like to, you know, how they like to mix and match, and then have a third piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's what's so beautiful about it. You know,
They
mixing and
complement each other.
matches. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Just like mixing and matching the pieces makes it wonderful. Now here I have the mix of black and champagne diamonds, but then later on we will start featuring the pieces in colored stones as well. So we, you know, so you have two different looks, and I love that. I love the idea that you can add up and you can build your jewelry box. And
It's beautiful. I can only say it's beautiful.
oh, and I'm wearing,
Oh,
I'm
that
wearing,
iconic piece that I love. You
okay,
have
so
another one, the triangle looking one. I forgot the name of it, which I love also.
yes, the fuse hug. Now this one is my favorite earring out of all of the earrings that I have. And I'm just going, the reason it's one of my favorite earrings because I usually love rings. I'm known for, you know, for a designer who works a lot on rings, and I always love wearing rings. And the reason I love wearing rings a lot is that because I feel rings become part of your hands. You know, they're not like coming out of your, you know, like the earrings, they hang out of your ear, whereas the rings, they become part of you. You know, you just, they're just become you, and you know, your hand and the rings become one. So I wanted to create like a small collection of earrings that become part of the ear. And this is how this idea came from. Actually, the first time I drew this, I drew it on my, I asked my daughter to go and get me a golden pen, and I drew it on her ear because the idea came at home, because I kept thinking of it. I want an earring that becomes part of your ear. And then all of a sudden the idea came and I created these. I just like love these. They're my
How do
really favorite
how do
earring.
they say they have a backing? So how?
Yes, the back, I'm going to show you. Okay, it
Yes.
has an extra piece to it.
Ah,
So when you put it on the ear, it just, you know, it really, um,
hold it up.
exactly, it holds it up. So, and it comes in different variations, and it comes with outstones, with a stripe of stones. So there is a variation of it.
Which is right now available in our e-shop. You can, everybody
Exactly.
can go and look at them. Uh, that's great. And with all that that's happening in Beirut, it must be very difficult for you right now to produce and to do what you were doing before. How do you manage that challenging aspect of your work now?
I mean, we've always had a lot of challenges in Lebanon, and but basically starting at the end of 2019, the challenges got worse and worse. And then in 2020, as you all know, probably we've had the third biggest explosion in Lebanon, which destroyed half of our beautiful city, our homes, our workshop, you know, got destroyed. Even personally, our home got destroyed. So it has been a very, not just challenging, I must say that it has been one of the saddest times in our lives, definitely. Like what has happened lately has really left a scar in our hearts. It's been very, very, very tough. But then again, I think we love this place so much that there's something magical about it that gives us so much strength, really, to just like lift ourselves up again and fight to make the best out of it. And I always say there is something about it that makes us really fight and, you know, want to live and want to create. And as well, you know, sometimes all of these feelings play a very strong role in creating, because I found like the last few collections that I have created have been, you know, have had so much connection to all of the feelings that we have been going through and all of the experiences that we have been going through. So the challenges sometimes are an inspiration, and also the challenges sometimes teach us how to find creative ways to uh, you know, around any problem, and creative ways to grow, and creative ways to work in a better way and in a better environment. So sometimes I say that the challenges are tough, but yet they are what make us stronger as well. So this is it. And then, you know, I mean, lately it's been challenging for the whole world because of COVID, which also made things even more difficult for us and for the rest of the world. But definitely our challenges in Beirut have been enormous.
Well, beautifully put. All these sad stories, you summarized it really, really well. I'm very sorry for what is happening in Lebanon and Beirut, and it must be hard. But we are doing all we can do is do our best to just make the most and make the best of the what is right now. Um,
True, true.
I cannot wait to see you in person and have you be our guest in our new private studio, hopefully after the COVID is over, and to introduce you personally to our VIP clients, which is, I'm sure they will enjoy your extended collection of jewelry very much.
Thank you. I'm really, really looking forward. Really. I mean, I would love that. And hopefully it'll happen soon.
Let's cross our finger. It will happen soon. Well, Nada, thank you very much for this introduction to your world and to your world of design and jewelry. And thank you so much for accepting our offer to become a part of our family of fine jewelry designers. We are very excited to represent you in Canada, and excited to see our relation grew and our partnership flourish.
Thank
I
you very
leave
much.
it to you if you want to say something to Canadians that are waiting to see your collection available in Canada now.
You know, being in Canada would give me a chance to connect with more people and more women around the world, and this would be a pleasure for me. And I hope the pieces that we create and that I create really touch people's hearts the way I would want them to touch their hearts. And this would be, you know, and this is what's very important to me.
I'm sure it will. It will. It has touched my heart so deeply. I love your pieces, and thank you so much for giving us this time and open your house and your collection to us. Have a great day, and looking forward to touch base with you very soon again. Bye bye. Lots of
You
love.
too. Bye.
Bye.